Welcome, Amundsen students, staff, families, and friends. I'd like to welcome you to the 26th rendition of the Jorndt Assembly and Award. This started in 2001 with 3 student winners of 5,000 and 3 staff winners of 10,000. It has evolved immensely and morphed over the years. So back then in 2001, it was initially only $1 million donation. That money ran out really fast because every year the money increased, every year the recipient increased. And the best part was they changed to where students, if they did well in college, kept on getting more money to make sure that they could get through college. So from at the beginning in 2001, a $60,000 donation, which has become over the past several years over $500,000 annually. It really helped our students, especially, and our staff. What we're going to do is you're going to get some to see some of these students. Whoever's playing the video, please do.
And Jorndt. My name is Dee Quang, and I'm part of Amundsen High School's inaugural Joint Scholarship class in 2001. After Amundsen, I attended the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign, majoring in computer engineering and minoring in math and statistics. Today, I'm one of 3 founders for Headquarters for AI, a generative AI-first consulting firm that's helping organizations infuse intelligence into their processes and transforming how they work. I just want to sincerely thank you both for believing in us so early in our journeys and for the opportunity to further our education. Your scholarship was more than just financial support. It was encouragement, confidence, and motivation. It was a reminder for us to keep pushing forward. I was truly honored and humbled to have been a part of that ceremony in 2001. Thank you for all of the impact you've made on so many Amundsen students throughout the years. Thank you.
Amundsen High School class of 2006. I went to the University of Chicago and graduated in 2010 with a degree in political science. I'm currently in the field of employee benefits. Thank you so much for your support of students like me over the years. I know it meant the world to my family and me, and I'm sure all the other students you've supported over the years. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I graduated Amundsen High School class of 2024. Right now, I attend Pomona College, majoring in psychological science with a minor in chemistry and recruitment track. And I want to say thank you so much to the Jorndt family for giving me that scholarship. It's actually one of the only reasons why I'm able to do the things that I do and do the things that I'm doing. And it's also one of the major factors that's making me go study abroad next year spring in South Korea. So I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity.
I graduated from Amundsen in 2020. I moved on to study at Northeastern Illinois University, where I graduated my bachelor's in social work. But now I work with children in a Montessori school, and I also own my own business now. I am so truly grateful for this scholarship, for the doors and the opportunities that were open to me. As a first generation college student, money was something that I was worried about when I went to go to school, and the scholarship helped me, it opened doors, and I'm so truly grateful. I am in debt to both of you. Thank you so much. I have no other words to say but thank you, thank you. I owe you everything I have now.
My name is Jorndt. I graduated from Amundsen in 2023, and I currently attend Pomona College, where I study economics and art history. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Jorndt. Your generosity has really alleviated a lot of the financial burdens of attending college, and it really helped me fully enjoy the college experience to the fullest. So thank you again.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hernandez. I graduated from Amundsen in 2010. I went off to go get my bachelor's in elementary education at North Clark University, and then made a career change and received my bachelor's of science in nursing from Loyola University Chicago. I am currently a community health nurse, so I work for a program called Family Connects, where I do postpartum home visiting for new mothers and their babies, and I am currently working on my doctorates in nursing with the end goal of becoming a family nurse practitioner.
Hi everyone, my name is Mia Kunta. I'm honored to be one of the first recipients of the Dan Head Joint Learning Award. I'm happy to update you on my journey. I graduated valedictorian from Amundsen High School in 2001.
I'm going to go ahead and bring up Mr. Dan Jorndt.
Okay, can you hear me? First, I'd like to introduce some folks here on the stage. Right there on my far right, is Mike Jorndt. He owns Bitter Pop's Pub on Lincoln Avenue at Roscoe, and he's our middle son, and he's here celebrating with all of you today. Next to Mike is my sweetie pie. We've only been together, ready? 66 years. She has the best smile in the whole world. And you know your principal. In the back, Brother Tom. Wave, Tom. Next to Tom, Cliff Schwander, Christine's husband and man about town. And then next to him, our daughters, Christine and Kara, who will be taking over the Joy of Learning, Joy of Teaching Foundation and running it for many years to come, we hope. In the back row, Bob Delaney, champion attorney that takes care of all the legal work for the foundation. And next to him, Jan and John Pucci, Walgreens sweethearts. They both worked at Walgreens, combined, I think, for over 70 years. Is that right, John? They met at Walgreens, went out for Chinese dinner, and the rest was history, and they're great people. In the audience, we have some very, very proud parents, spouses, and friends of these great students and great teachers on the stage. And they're just popping their buttons today. They're so proud of their friends, relatives, and children. And you have every right to be very, very proud. They're not up here by accident. They're up here because they've, pardon me, busted their buns to get here. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Kara. And Kara Haravan is going to be taking over the foundation along with her big sister, Christine. And she's going to present the Student Award winners. Kara?
Good morning. The famous and once Chicago-based architect Frank Lloyd Wright stated, "The thing always happens that you really believe in, and the belief in the thing makes it happen." If you've ever watched the show Ted Lasso, you know Coach Ted believed this to be true as he hung a yellow banner with the bright blue words, "Believe," in the locker room for the team. The soccer players would jump up and tap the banner before their games. It motivated the team to believe in themselves. They would run out onto the field inspired and try to make it happen. At Amundsen High School, it is clear that the belief in these amazing students has made incredible things happen. I looked at Amundsen's website a few weeks ago, and I was captured by the vibrant pictures of the student cheer squad, soccer team, band, and even a picture of Miss Elders dressed as a Viking. The faces radiated joy. In these photos, I could feel the Viking energy and school spirit. Of course, it's just a small picture of this great community. Amundsen students are not only passionate about their sports and activities, but also dedicated to their academics. Students here understand what needs to happen for their success. They believe in themselves and each other. They are making remarkable things happen. And the teachers believe in them and support their work and progress. We are so excited to be here today to award these 6 very deserving students the Joy of Learning Awards. You have worked hard for your academic success. My dad's favorite motto, that hard work pays off, truly shows on this stage today. Your commitment to hard work will have a positive, lasting impact. We believe that you will have success accomplishing your goals in your journey after high school. Best of luck to all of you. We hope you can always believe in the thing to make it happen. Congratulations. And our first winner is Andrea Bergasso.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here today. It means so much. I'm incredibly honored to stand before you today as one of the recipients of the Jorndt Joy of Learning Scholarship. I can't express how grateful I am to Mr. and Mrs. Jorndt for the immense generosity over their years. Your belief in students like me means so much more than words can express. I would also like to thank Ms. Eilers, Mr. Nguyen, and all of the teachers who spent hours reading and grading hundreds of essays and resumes for making this possible. Of course, I can't give thanks without recognizing my friends and my family that have motivated me and supported me to be where I stand today. Growing up, my family had a huge role in shaping who I am. I visit my grandmother every chance I get, where I'm welcomed with family photos, every fruit tree imaginable, and her stubborn personality. One evening, I sat beside her under the shade of one of her trees, eating freshly cut pomegranates. As I split the pomegranate in half, launching the seeds every which way, she told me, "People need to stop telling me where to go." I asked her, "What do you mean?" To which she said, "I want to be here at my house and people keep trying to make me go places I don't want to go to." I paused, still eating the pomegranate seeds, and I realized she's never leaves her house. Yet she's the least regretful person I know. My entire life I had been relying on others for my own decisions. I'd asked my friends which flavor frozen yogurt I should get. I asked my parents if I should join a club or a sports team when I started high school. For most of my life, I relied on others to make decisions for me because I was afraid of making the wrong one. However, when I saw my grandma mutter to herself that she'd rather die than have someone choose her life for her, I completely reconsidered mine. This short conversation inspired me to begin making decisions that I wanted to make. I chose to join the cheer team despite not knowing anything about it. I chose to apply for the scholarship despite knowing that I might not receive it. So with my grandma's accidental advice, I decided to go for it and study at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, despite it being so far away from home. With my major in nursing, I plan to care for people during some of the most vulnerable moments of their lives, while also continuing to grow into someone who trusts herself and the choices she makes. This scholarship is more than just financial support to me. It's reassurance that taking chances on myself can lead to opportunities I never imagined possible. I hope to continue making choices that challenge me, inspire me, and allow me to give back to the communities who shaped who I am today. Thank you again so much to the Jorndt family, my teachers, my family, and everyone who helped me get here today. I'm incredibly grateful for this honor, and I promise to make the most of it. Thank you.
Our next winner, Ava Borasek.
Hello everyone, my name is Ava Borasek, and I'm honored to be speaking in front of you all today. Our senior year and high school career is finally coming to an end. It feels like it was way too fast and way too slow at the same time. I can't believe I'm standing up here today to accept this scholarship after watching previous groups of seniors do the same. I'm so fortunate to also be a part of this ceremony. I'd like to start by thanking Mr. Jorndt and the Jorndt Foundation for this incredible and unimaginable opportunity. There were many times during my high school career, especially as an IBDP student, that made me wonder if all my hard work was actually getting me somewhere. I was in a huge slump at the time I found myself the winner for the Joy of Learning Scholarship, and I can truthfully say that the news snapped me out of it. I remembered what I was doing all this for, why I continuously choose the hard paths to push myself, and how I will be rewarded in the end. And to that, I want to inspire everyone here to continue to push yourself because hard work does get you places. So again, I truly can't thank you enough, Mr. Jorndt, and the members of the Jorndt Foundation for this blessing. I would also like to thank my parents, my dad who is here today, and my mom who is hopefully joining us today in heaven. I'm so lucky to have such a supportive and loving father, and I would not be who I am today without him. I feel as though with this scholarship, I am able to repay my dad for all that he has done for me as a single father. His efforts are also shown through mine, and so with this scholarship, I will further my education and make both my parents proud as I continue to carry on their legacy as engineers. Going into biomedical engineering, I hope to better the lives of all people through medical technology, and that includes people and families who battle cancer, the same illness that tormented mine. My time here at Amundsen has had many ups and downs. Therefore, I'd also like to thank my best friends for being one of the main reasons I got through these past couple of years, two of which I'm sharing the stage with today, and there's no one else I'd rather be up here with. I would also like to thank my teachers for helping me get to this point. I could not have survived the IBDP program without their guidance. Special thanks to Ms. Barba, Ms. Sikora, Ms. Richardson, and Mr. Caswell for always making Amundsen feel like another home. Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Jorndt and the Jorndt Foundation for blessing me with this opportunity. I will make use of this to improve the livelihoods of people all over the world through engineering, research, and technology. I cannot truly thank you enough. You have blessed my family in more ways than you can imagine. Congratulations to the Amundsen class of 2026 and my fellow scholarship winners, and let's shape the future together. Thank you.
Our next winner, Jonathan C. Joseph.
Thank you all for being here today. Firstly, I want to start by thanking the Jorndt family for their immense generosity, opening doors to higher education that we once thought were locked off. Thank you. Before I begin, I want to share a personal story from my college journey. It was a Tuesday evening when I sat visibly shaken on the side of a curb, too emotional to make it home. I flung open my computer, logged into my portal, and saw a video of the New York skyline with the word "Congratulations." In that moment, I was filled with gratitude, not just for my acceptance, but for my parents, whose sacrifices and unconditional support made that achievement possible. And the very next day, I received another email. This one, far less appealing. It was my financial aid package from Columbia. I became anxious over the burden of loans I would need to take out to attend my dream school. For the next few months, I began researching grants, RA positions, campus jobs, anything that might lighten the weight I knew I would carry long after graduation. Soon after, on April 10th, I visited Columbia's campus for Admitted Students Day. As I toured one of Columbia's many libraries, my phone exploded with notifications from friends back in advisory, cheering because I had just won the Jorndt Scholarship. I stepped out of the library, and for the first time, my education actually felt within reach. The scholarship didn't just make college affordable, it made my future feel real enough to imagine and gave me the ability to claim it. Before continuing, I believe it's crucial to mention that for the last 4 years, both my academic and social journeys have been structured through two frameworks, subjectivism and grit. I conceptualized the idea of subjectivism through a modern art piece. In its analysis, I learned to question what I know, why I think it's the truth, and how others could view the same subject differently. All while my grit carried me through late night study sessions after long shifts at work, teaching me to turn stress into momentum. I applied these philosophies inside and outside the classroom. As a result, it is the intersection of these two values that cultivated my genuine joy in learning. A joy found in understanding Plato's allegory of the cave, or finally calculating the correct area of a solid revolution around the y-axis through integration. While these values began as internal ideologies, they were continually shaped and reinforced by those around me, like Miss Poulis, who dared me to wrestle with complex ideas, or my peers, who pushed me to keep going when frustration clouded my ability to grow. Consequently, I learned that growth isn't about immediate success. It's about staying committed through adversity. This perspective has stuck with me, shaping my understanding that learning is not confined to a classroom, but extends into the way I think, adapt, and grow through every challenge I face. It is this mindset I intend to carry forward as I continue to challenge myself for the next 4 years. I've come to realize that learning can be found everywhere, in the questions we ask, the challenges we choose to engage with, and the way we make sense of the world around us. Because of the Jorndt Scholarship, I now have the opportunity to apply that perspective to my learning at Columbia University. I look forward not just to my studies, but how I'll continue to grow my ability to learn through new perspectives, difficult conversations, and unfamiliar experiences that await me. I will be a student who uses challenges as fuel, learns across disciplines, and builds community through the shared curiosity of learning. So to the Jorndt family, thank you for giving me the opportunity not to only attend Columbia, but to continue becoming the person I've worked so hard to shape and the person I'm still becoming. Thank you.
Our next student winner, Lee Ann Weller.
Good morning. I'm incredibly honored and grateful to be awarded the Jorndt Scholarship alongside my friends and classmates today. Thank you to the Jorndt family and Jorndt Foundation for your profound commitment to Amundsen. I also want to thank the Amundsen community, my teachers, friends, and family for supporting me. 2 years ago, I was with my family visiting my older sister, Mylin, in Boston, where she was a college student. My sister has always been my role model, as she's massively driven and hardworking. During that trip, she was giving a lecture as part of her job at the Boston Museum of Fine Arts. After her presentation, Mylin suggested crossing Huntington Street and visiting Northeastern University. I think it would be a great school for you, Leanne, she said. As we walked through the campus, I immediately fell in love with it. The mix of historic, modern architecture, its twisting sidewalks, its leafy canopies, and the energy of all students made the campus feel so alive. I remember seeing students relaxing on the grass, studying together, and even though I didn't say it out loud at the time, I knew this was the place where I wanted to be. But at the same time, it felt almost impossible. With such a competitive acceptance rate and the financial burden of college already weighing on my family after supporting my sister's education, I doubted if I would ever have the opportunity to walk along those sidewalks as a student myself. Throughout my years at Amundsen and in the IBDP program, I found a passion for biology. I worked hard and tried to make the most of every opportunity that stemmed from being a part of this community. One of which was serving as a captain and member of the Far Horizons Teens program at the Adler Planetarium for 4 years, studying the impact of light pollution on the American elm, one of Chicago's most populous trees. I challenged myself academically and personally, and I was always encouraged by the people around me to go further. So I applied to Northeastern, knowing it was a reach school, a dream. And then 2 incredible things happened. First, I was accepted into Northeastern's honors program, but I knew there was still the question of affordability. And then came the second, the Jorndt Scholarship. I'm not one to cry, but that day when the scholarship recipients were announced, I couldn't hold back my tears. For the first time, my dream didn't feel impossible. It felt real. I want to thank my family for each and every sacrifice they've made and for always believing in me. Thank you to my teachers for pushing me out of my comfort zone and helping me grow over these last 4 years. And again, I want to thank the Jorndt family and foundation for making these opportunities possible for students and for changing lives through your generosity. Because of your support, I will now be able to attend my dream school and continue many goals in the heart of Boston. Thank you.
Our next winner, Matthew Esparza.
Hello, everybody. Good morning to all the parents, teachers, staff, administration, and the 5 other winners of the scholarship who are here on the stage with me today. It is such an honor to join you on this special occasion. I would like to first thank Mr. and Mrs. Dan Jorndt for the children and the Jorndt Foundation for giving this amazing scholarship given to me. When I was 3 years old, my parents realized that I needed some assistance during my academic studies. Together with my pre-K teacher, elementary school, and high school teachers, they supported me academically and emotionally to reach the point where I am today. Each year had an academic and personal challenges that with the help of God, my teachers, and supportive friends, I was able to overcome. For me, it has been amazing to have met so many excellent educators to understand that we are all different and we all learn in different ways. It is important to truly know one another, respect our different point of views, love each other, and practice empathy every day. Since I was little, I've enjoyed learning about how our body works. It's amazing how special we are in this earth. I've always been fascinated in learning about the inside of my body. Also, I have worked at the Chicago's summer camps and really enjoyed working with children, playing with them, and helping has been a very nice experience which made me decide that I want to work with kids in the health field center as a pediatric nurse. The dream was cemented when I worked as a camp counselor during my summer break in 2024. My job was to provide fun activities to campers while at the same time being there for them when they need help. For example, one camper in my group tripped and scratched her knee. It left a pretty bad mark. I came over to see how bad the scratch was, and I took her to my boss and asked her for a Band-Aid and waited for her to feel better. Simple acts of help that make me happy. I had to thank my mom, dad, and my sister for helping me get my work done and supporting me throughout high school. If it wasn't for them, I would not receive this prestigious award. Love you guys. I would also like to thank the teachers and the administration for the support you have given me throughout the last 4 years. I would especially like to thank my counselors, Ms. Saw and Mr. Hawkins, for your continuous help when I needed it. With this scholarship, I will be able to attend North Park University and study nursing this fall. Once again, I would like to thank the Jorndt Foundation for making this happen. To my friends and the student body, remember to believe in yourself. It doesn't matter the support you need, but the effort and consistency you put into your work in life, you can achieve anything. Thank you, and good luck to class of 2026!
Okay, our final student winner, Deborah O'Donoghue.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Deborah, as some of you may know. It's an honor to be here today as a recipient of the Jorndt Scholarship. A few months ago, when it was college application season, the financial aid letters started coming in, and I realized I might not be able to afford or attend college without taking out a lot of loans. Around the same time, I found out my FAFSA had an error, and for almost 3 months, I tried everything I could to fix it with the help of my counselors, hoping that once corrected, the colleges could re-evaluate my aid. Eventually, I realized that the issue couldn't be resolved in time. It was difficult to accept that despite my effort, nothing would change, and for a moment, the future I envisioned for myself felt out of reach. With that, I want to thank the Jorndt Foundation for providing me with this scholarship at the moment where my future felt uncertain. Because of this support, I'll be able to attend Loyola University Chicago, where I plan to major in molecular and cellular neuroscience. I want to thank my counselor, Mrs. DeRuger and Caleb, for supporting me throughout the 3 months we spent trying to correct my FAFSA. Their patience and willingness to keep working with me meant a lot, which makes me grateful for everything they have done for me throughout my year in Amundsen. I also want to thank the teachers who encouraged me to apply for the scholarship. I especially want to thank Mr. Caswell for going out of his way and always being there when I have questions of what to do about the scholarship processes, like my biography and even the speech that I'm currently presenting. I'm also thankful towards my family and friends for their constant encouragement. A special thanks to my friends for their support at the time when the scholarship winners were to be announced. Even when I didn't feel confident, they were the ones who believed I would receive it without hesitation. Thank you again to the Jorndt Scholarship for supporting students like me in our future journeys.
Good morning. It's really great to see everybody today. And what an exciting day sitting up here. It's fun to see all of the exciting faces out there. What a day it is to be here and honor some of Amundsen's exceptional teachers. You know, we entrust our teachers to shape the future generations. You know, one of the reasons that we're all here today is because of my Grandpa Lou. Lou Jorndt was a teacher and a coach right here at Amundsen High School. My sister Kara and I are both teachers. My daughter's a teacher. My dad's 2 brothers, my uncles, were both teachers and coaches. In fact, my Uncle Tom is right here today. Their wives, my 2 aunts, you got it, they're both teachers. And Uncle Tom's daughter, Auntie Lane, their daughter's also a teacher, and my other cousin. So if you haven't picked up on it, teachers run in our Jorndt family. You know, we all have similar characteristics. Teachers have similar qualities, and one of them is a deep passion for learning. But we also share a deep passion for helping others. This is why teachers end up having so many hats on, not just throughout their career, not just throughout one school year, but often throughout one day. Teachers are educators, and they're also coaches. They are cheerleaders, but they're also confidants. They are mentors, and they are motivators. Teachers are also advocates, and they're role models. So seniors, I encourage you to think about what role your teacher played for you. How did they help you? And also, please thank them today, for they've really had a great impact on your personal life journey. So let's get on to the awards. There are 3 Joy of Teaching Awards. Can you please join me in congratulating John Evans?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. In case you don't know it, when I get behind a microphone, I tend to ramble on and get a little emotional. I'm going to try to avoid both today. My wife's already given me the wrap it up signal. So I'm going to jump right into the shout outs. Thank everybody that has made a significant impact. The Jorndts have known me for 22 years. Man, where's Mr. Wynn? Is he hiding somewhere? There he is. Mr. Wynn has also known me for 22 years. Mr. Wynn hired me. He then hired my future wife and has been a great... I told you I'm trying, all right? But he has been a great supporter of mine for 22 years. And when I think of Amundsen, I think of Mr. Wynn and I think of the Jorndts. So thank you for shaping this building. You can clap. all the teachers out there, all the applicants, thank you for the inspiration, thank you for the dedication, thank you for what you pour in to our students. It's really remarkable. I didn't get through my rehearsal of this once without crying, but I'm trying my best. To my students, thank you for the jolt of energy I get coming into the classroom. Thank you for the fire in my mind that you light with your questions. I ask all of you, don't lose your imagination. Don't lose your wonder. It will drive you your whole life. Okay? And have some fun. You guys are way too stressed out. And with that, let's see, we got the Jorndts, teachers, students, my big three. The words I love you cannot possibly encapsulate how I feel, but they're all I have. Thank you for bringing meaning to my life. Thank you for being my entire world. Okay, that was rough. And the last thing I just want to say in general, please, all of you, try to avoid the arrogance of certainty. Who you are today and what you hold most dear will not be who you are and what you hold most dear in the future. We change, we evolve, okay? So do not get caught thinking that you know for sure what's happening, because it will change. And with that being said, I would just ask you to be kind and be reflective as often as you can be, especially to yourselves. Thank you.
Will you please join me in congratulating Nick Evans? I'm sorry, Nick Olson.
Thank you so much. You insulted me twice with Evans. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Good morning. When I practiced this speech, I started off with good evening. Good thing my wife asked me to rehearse it, so I had to. First thing I had to change. I'm incredibly honored and humbled to receive the Jorndt Joy of Teaching Award. I want to start out by thanking the Jorndt family. Your guys' commitment, dedication, and generosity really rings true through this building and has inspired a lot of people, not only myself, but decades to come. So can we give it up for the Jorndt family? I'd also like to thank our administration for their support and belief in me over the last 11 years, and my amazing coworkers who help make this such a special place to work every day. To my students, especially my football players, thank you for keeping me on my toes and for continuing to fuel my passion and helping develop the next generation. You are the reason I love coming to work each and every day. I'd also like to take this time to give a special thank you to 3 teachers who have impacted me, mentored me, and helped me become a better writer, and which led to this moment. I'd like to give a special shout out to Ms. Widman. I'd also like to give a special shout out to Ms. Lane. And I don't know if she's in here, but Mrs. Meg Close. I can't tell you guys how many times I sent her something saying, oh, this is good, this is the one. And it comes back all red, and the title is the only thing that didn't change. So thank you, Miss Meg Close. And finally, thank you to my family. I got my son and my beautiful wife here. Thank you guys for your constant support through the long days and what seems like endless hours that I spend in this building. Thank you for never making me feel bad or guilty about the time I invested in these students and seeing and understanding the big picture and what I'm trying to do here. Thank you for understanding that coaching doesn't end when I leave the building, and yes, watching an absurd amount of film is truly necessary. I often talk with my friends and family about my work, and they usually all say the same thing. I missed you at this. How come I didn't see you? Why weren't you there? I don't know how you work so many hours. Don't you get burnt out? You must be miserable, right, dealing with high school kids? And sure, some days are harder than others. That's true for all of us. What I always find myself saying is this: I truly love what I do. I get to make a meaningful impact during some of the most formative years of people's lives. I get to support my coworkers, mentor my students, and work alongside an administration that values solutions over complaints and just makes every day in this building something to look forward to and a pure joy. So again, I'd really like to thank our administration. I've had a lot of different jobs over the years, and I could honestly say these people have been the best that I've worked for. So if we could give it up for our administration. Something I don't take for granted is I wake up every morning thankful for the opportunity to help leave people that I found better than I found them. That's always been the ultimate goal. For those of you who know me, you know that I love the game of football. And for those boys who play for me, you know that it's not just about a game. At the end of the day, we want to win. Winning's always fun. But those life lessons that you learn, how to show up somewhere on time, how to be principled, how to be disciplined, how showing up even when you don't want to is going to pay off the further you go. So my message to those students, those athletes, continue once you guys graduate, push forward, do the hard work, right? I always tell the boys do what they want to do, men do what they have to do. And I hope you guys continue to do what I know you're capable of and continue to thrive in your everyday life. To me, spreading that message, building up the next generation, that's what the joy of teaching means to me, not just in the classroom. Honestly, I don't take this for granted. It's a blessing to go to bed each night knowing you're doing exactly what you were put on this earth to do, at the right place, at the right time, and with the right people. Thank you again for this incredible honor.
And let's put our hands together for Alex Rusich.
Good morning, everyone. A few days ago, I was stressing over what to say today. When I told my 8-year-old son, Nemanja, he looked at me and said, "Don't worry, Dad, I'll write you a speech." It was really good, and I would like to share it with you. So, he wrote, thank you all. It was hard, but thanks to you, we made it." And then he added a very few specific notes on who I should specifically thank. He wrote, "I would like to thank my son for being supportive, for not fighting with his brother, and cleaning his dirty room." That actually happened once. Nemanja, thank you for always having my back. So to my kids, thank you for the support, and I will definitely follow up on the clean room part. But Nemanja's speech actually hits on a beautiful truth. It was hard, but we made it. Education is always a team effort, and for me, the reason I'm standing here today really goes back to where my journey started. My love for teaching actually began back in Belgrade, Serbia, while I was attending engineering high school. I fell in love with the process of breaking down complex ideas and sharing this excitement with others. Even after my family moved to the United States in 1999, I finished my education and that spark never left. It ultimately brought me to Amundsen in 2007. Over the last 20 years, my joy as an educator has taken many forms, from coaching swimming and water polo to teaching math to launching an engineering program 8 years ago in partnership with the Dyson Corporation. Watching my students dive into 3D modeling, circuitry, and manufacturing, and seeing them realize what they're capable of building is the most rewarding part of my job. I want to thank Jorndt family for their endless love and generosity, our amazing admin team, the Amundsen community, my brilliant students, and my family. To my wife, thank you for your endless support and patience. She added patience. And to my boys, Luka and Nemanja, who inspire me every day with their hard work in school and the soccer field, this is for you. Teaching has its challenges, but watching students discover their potential is true privilege. Thank you all so much.
So, students out there that are freshmen, sophomores, juniors, see if you can't get up on this stage. You can do it. It just takes a lot of hard work. And we'd love to see you up here in the next year, 2 or 3. One more time, these students, these teachers, they're the best of the best, and you're all the best. When we started this 26 years ago, Amundsen was on the ropes. They were talking about closing Amundsen. There were gangs, there were drugs, there were enforcers, there were fights. It was a mess. In came a fellow named Dr. Klunk, kicked out the gangbangers, kicked out the druggies, started the school upward, and here we are, 5 principals later, and you've got a winner right here in Miss Eilers. This school was on the verge of closing, is now rated a 1A plus neighborhood school. Your teachers have done it, and you've done it. You're classy, you're hardworking. You've got this school on the map. The teachers couldn't do it alone. So be proud of yourselves and keep working hard, because there's a line of over 200 students in line trying to get in here from out of district. Why? It's a good school with good students and good teachers. So what have I got to say? Keep up the good work. And once a year I get to put my 2 cents in and try and give you something to think about. So here's my thought for this year. Don't be a weasel. What's a weasel? A weasel is someone who uses words like should. The check should be in the mail. I'm going to try and make the team. Maybe I can pick you up at 7 o'clock. Those are weasel words. Try, maybe, might. I might get up at 7 o'clock. You're not going to get up at 7 o'clock, or you wouldn't say I might get up at 7 o'clock. Almost. Usually. I can usually fix the printer. That's a weasel. You should say, bring on the printer. I'll fix it. I'll probably pass the driver's test. I'll study the rules of the road. That's a weasel. Someone that's positive is going to say, I took driver's ed at Amundsen. I'm going to pass that test. I will pass that test the first time. And there's dozens and dozens more weasel words. Don't be a weasel. Be positive. If the answer to a question is yes, say yes. Not maybe or should. If the answer is no, don't say maybe. If you know the answer is no, say no. People know what the answer is going to be. When I was in business, someone would say, could I have a 3-week vacation instead of 2? I'd say, no. Oh, okay, I knew you were going to say that. But if I said maybe, I gave them hope. And then when I finally said no, they were disappointed. So if the answer is yes, say it. The answer is no, say it. Don't be a weasel. That's my thought for the day. We've already recognized your administration. Ms. Eilers, Min Win, Sybil, Colleen, they work very hard for you and for the teachers. And I'd like to especially recognize Min Win. Are you up here, Min? Stand up. This man has been the conduit for the foundation connecting to Amundsen for 26 years. Min Win is not a weasel. He gets things done. How do you like the new sound system? Min Win. And I know our daughters are going to enjoy working with him because, as I said, he's no weasel. He knows how to get things done. Next to last, who do I want to recognize next to last? Well, I lost my chain of thought. I do want to recognize that your district superintendent, Dr. Lamone, is here. Where are you, Dr. Lamone? She's in the back. Thank you for coming today and enjoying this moment. The other thing I'd like to do, Pat, would you step up here? Michael, will you help your mom? You gotta bring her machine, Mike. I remembered the other thing I was going to say before I asked Pat to come up here, and that is when we came 26 years ago, there was no band, there was no orchestra, there were no instruments, there was no uniforms, and look what you've got today. Mr. Arnold, you're doing a great job. Band, we love you. And those band members, oh my goodness. How many of you never played an instrument until you got in the band? Isn't that terrific? Okay, why is Pat up here? Because Pat's been twisting my arm for 66 years. And she said, what's going to happen when we're gone? How will the Amundsen Foundation go on? Let's have our daughters do it. Good idea. Let's put $5 million in there so it goes on for a long, long time. So that's what we did. Ms. Eilers, would you step up here? No, you're going to present that. We always give the principal a little check so she can do whatever she wants to help Amundsen and Amundsen students. So that's for you. Thank you very, very, very much.
Good morning. I get the pleasure of closing the ceremony today. And as we bring this inspiring morning to a close, I want to say just how proud and grateful I am. What we witnessed today is a beautiful testament to the power of generosity and the profound impact it has on an entire school community. To the Jorndt family, thank you. Your belief in Amundsen, in our students, and in the power of education has made moments like this possible for over a decade. And that kind of commitment leaves a lasting legacy, and we are incredibly grateful for all you've given to this school. In a world where joy can sometimes feel hard to find, mornings like this prove that it's still very much alive. We saw the impact firsthand today through the videos from past scholarship winners. Hearing their stories and seeing the support helped make possible for such a powerful reminder that these are not just awards. They are opportunities. They are encouragement, and they are often a reminder to our students what they are truly capable of and inspiring them to dream even bigger. To our staff, our teachers, and of course our students, thank you for bringing the joy of teaching and the joy of learning to life every day. You remind us that excellence and joy really do belong together. And honestly, that is what makes Amundsen so special. As we leave today, I hope we all carry this with us. Together, we can continue to make Amundsen not just a place of education, but a home for joyful learning. Here's to more smiles, more achievements, and more moments of shared happiness at Amundsen. Thank you again to the Jorndt family for being such an important part of the Amundsen journey, and congratulations to all of our award recipients. We are so proud of you, and go